All right, guys, I'm going to go into a recent deal we did in Hickory, North Carolina, Burke County, B-U-R-K-E, North Carolina. I say that up front because I'm going to show you how you can go to the Register of Deeds and actually follow behind me and make sure you can go to the actual official county website and see where I bought it and where I sold it. So this one had a little hair on it, okay? This was in Hickory. Owner's name, you can see it, George Amsden. I actually used an attorney to close on this instead of a quitclaim because there was a stepdaughter living in the property. Turned out to be we believe, a drug abuser, and kept moving out and then moving back in. It was kind of a nightmare that way. But we finally got her out. November 24th is when I bought it from him, 2020. Um, Ended up giving him, I'll scroll down here, 10,000, and then I also paid off a total of 13,530 and other expenses, which would include the taxes that were due. These are, assorted fees I had to pay to get title work and all that done through the attorney. And here you go, $10,602 for the tax sale that was coming up, with an additional prepaying the rest of the year as well, and some other penalties. Anyway, about 11,000, almost $12,000 in taxes, total of 13. Anyway, the total I had into it was 23,530 at that point. Now that's not the total. I'm going to cover that in a second. But that's what I bought it through the attorney for. I then turned around and flipped it. And I'll show you the other HUD where I sold it. So this is where I sold it. You can see the sales price was 66,000. And this is, you can see what the total was to me out of that. Show you here in a second, sorry. It was a cash sale. So due to seller, 62,000. I paid a real estate commission, $62,239.41. Okay. Remember, I had 23 into it, I believe. I then had, and I'm going to actually open up the breakdown so you guys have an idea of what our normal breakdowns are. Our researcher was Roger. It was Pyramid Road, and I'll show you guys this online too. HUD for Amsden, again, that was my expenses. I also had a mobile notary for signatures, 150 bucks. He was out in Missouri, I believe. Overnight of the contract, $35. Cleaned out the property, that was 2050. They were like, the girl was like a hoarder in there. So a total of 2235. That means total expenses were $25,765.08. I cleared 62 from the property. That gave me a net of 36,000. 15%, he was using National Deed Flip, Roger was. That got him $5,471.15. And you can see this is recent, just a couple weeks ago. Just one of the examples of what we got out there. A little bit of hair on it again, but not too bad. Let's see if I can show you the online information I wanted to show you. Here we are, Burke County. So this is, by the way, Burke, B-U-R-K-E. I can't show the whole thing on this screen. Burke, B-U-R-K-E .courtcompsis, COURTCOMPSI.com/Burke, North Carolina. You can look at it. You can find it, guys, by going to Burke, B-U-R-K-E, County, North Carolina Register of Deeds. I'm going to acknowledge the disclaimer. Our buyout company name is Greater Good Company. Main name is different, but we do business as Greater Good Company. So let's put that in. See if I can get this into frame, actually. Here we go. Greater Good Company. And you'll see three things here. So the first one, I bought it in November 25th, and she was a nightmare to get her out. I had to use the sheriff a couple times. She waved a gun at me. It was pretty crazy. Most of the stuff I do at arm's length, guys, but this was just a wild, wild west when she ended up stealing the heating and air system, all this crazy stuff. So I bought it at 11:25, and that I showed you that closing statement. We got under contract, and the attorney from the new contract, we had a delay because this first attorney screwed up, so she had to do an amendment. That's what this is here, an amendment to the deed. And then you can see where we sold it. So let me show you here. So here's where I bought it. Okay. And you can see, hold on. Boom. From her, let me get this in, sorry, let me get this back into frame. Okay. From her to me with my mailing address, or my company here, with my mailing address. And then, let's take, sorry, I got to start all over for this, but I'm not going to go to the amendment. That's something you guys can look up yourself if you'd like. So this is when I sold it. You guys can see warranty deed was through an attorney, and it was from Greater Good Company. That's my address to them. And you can see where I sold it. Sold the property to him, signed it, had it notarized, sent it in. Very straightforward. Great net on this. Again, the net was 36,474. So when I tell you guys the average is 30, that's right, dead on. Commission was 15% because it was a national deed flip to Roger, $5,471.15.